Hello and welcome to BT Golf. Today I have with me the poster boy of men's golf in the country, Shubhankar Sharma. Thank you so much, Shubhankar, for speaking to BT Golf. The word poster boy, is that added pressure or additional responsibility?
I think you're very kind in calling me the poster boy, but thank you for that. It's no pressure actually. I think I'm only one of the few great Indian players who are playing this week, and I'm grateful to be a part of that Indian brigade this week. And obviously, the Indian Open is coming back after a long wait of 4 years, so we're all very excited. And it's even better because it's happening at a golf course like DLF, which is very special to us. So there's no pressure. Like I said, I'm just part of some of the best players who are playing in the country here.
You've already given us two blockbusters with, two wins on the European circuit. So when do we see the third hit?
Hopefully, like every week I tee it up. I'm hoping that this is the week that I win. But all I can say is my game is in a good shape. Golf obviously is a 4-day competition where it's really tough to predict what will happen at the end. But you just got to keep grinding, and hopefully I can put in the hours this week, put in the work that I need to, and produce a good solid performance.
So we've been hearing about a killer shot game and a better swing speed. Is there anything new that's in your arsenal?
I think the last time we spoke, age is kind of on my side now because I was 21 back then. I'm 26 now, so I've obviously put on a bit of muscle. I'm hitting it slightly longer than I was back then. And actually, the Indian Open is also coming back to 4 years, so the game has really changed a lot since then. And I've obviously gained on experience since I've been playing in Europe for the past 5 years. So I'm a lot more comfortable here playing in these fields.
Correct.
I play with these players week in and week out. So yeah, I would just say a better mindset and just more experiences. That is the main part in my arsenal.
Correct. You've already spoken about how the Indian Open is now sort of coming back post-pandemic. It's going to be nearly 4 years. It's coming back with the bigger prize money. But, to our audience, can you explain the kind of significance the Indian Open has for the Indian golfing fraternity? Pros and amateurs.
It's huge. In the Indian Open, you have 4 majors in golf, and this is our 5th major. All of us Indian professionals and even amateurs. I remember when I was a junior as well, we used to look up to the Indian Open. This was our way of showcasing our golf courses, our players to the world. And the DP World Tour obviously is one of the best tours in the world. Has some of the best players in the world who compete week in and week out. So like I said, it is our way of showing how good Indian golf is, how much it has grown. And I feel like, especially post-pandemic, golf has gone through a huge boom all around the world, including India. And there are more players on tour now, more players on the Asian tour and the European tour, more
Right.
Indians who are there. So all in all, I think it's very special. It's our 5th major, like I said, and to win the Indian Open is on everyone's bucket list.
A top 10 finish already and also a top 20 finish, in fact. You're going into this tournament as a top Indian contender. Who do you think is going to pose the biggest challenge for you this week?
this is going to be like a filmy story. But golf is just very different. It's really tough to pick one player that's going to challenge you and make it like a blockbuster hit tennis match, or Australia versus India. It's 156 players.
It can be anybody's week.
Anyone has a chance to win it, and like I said, it's a 4-day event, so anything is possible, especially as a course like this, because this is one of the toughest courses we play all year. It's very tricky. It's got a great back nine, and the last 3-4 holes are very challenging. So it could be anyone's event. So you just have to wait until Sunday on the back nine. Hopefully it's an Indian. That's what I'm hoping for.
Talking about Tiger Woods, he made his first cut of the year. He looked stronger. He looked fitter. That's always good news for golf at large and the world over, right?
Golf, yes, absolutely. Tiger is the biggest needle mover in golf. And I feel like we will never have another Tiger Woods in golf. The way he changed the game, got so many kids into the game, including me. I don't think I would have played golf if it wasn't for Tiger. And just him coming back and playing the Genesis Open last week, where he made the cut, is nothing short of a miracle. He's playing on one leg literally. He's limping and playing, and he's still making the cut. It just shows how good he is. And he's probably at 30% of how he used to play back in the day, but still manages to shoot the scores he does. and it just gets a lot more attention. TV ratings shoot up, ticket sales go up, more and more people are interested, news channels are interested. So Tiger is huge to the game of golf. And it's always special to watch him play.
Shubhankar, I can't help but ask you for your take on Live Golf. The league that has the world of golf sort of divided in its opinion. What's your personal take?
Yes, it has, and I know a lot of people have very different opinions on it. And now, even on Netflix, they have that show on golf, which is kind of covering the whole controversy. I don't think it could have been a better timing for them. It's just created, it's just gotten them more attention. I personally, I feel it's just gotten more interest into the game. So I wouldn't say I'm for it or against it. I'm kind of neutral, and I don't have a problem with it. Or the players who are playing here, or in
Or part of the league,
or
yeah.
part of the live. So I'm actually totally fine with it. I think it's good for golf in some ways. And I feel every tour in the world has benefited because of live coming in, because it's just changed the market a little bit. More and more competition is just always better. So live is obviously a competing
Absolutely.
tour to some of the best tours in the world. So I think it's all right.
Talking about your female contemporaries, at least in India, do you think it's too early to say that Aditi Ashok is doing for Indian women's golf what a PV Sindhu is to Indian women's badminton?
It's not too early. I think you're bang on there. Aditi, what she's doing, and especially the last 3 weeks, the way she's played, she almost won last week in Saudi, finishing second to the world number one. I think she's a very special player, and I don't think she needs to prove anything. She's just done that over and over again. She's come close to winning a medal at the Olympics. She's doing well. She's playing on the LPGA. I think she should be a bigger star, and we should give her more credit, because I know it's really tough to play out there. It's tough to play in the conditions that she's been playing in Europe and America. She's amazing, and we played junior golf together.
Correct.
We are almost the same age. She's, I think, a year or two younger than me, and there have been tournaments where we both represented India as juniors. So I'm really happy for her. She's doing really well.
At just 26, you're sort of becoming the godfather of Indian junior golf. I mean, you've got the Shubhankar Sharma Invitational, which is for junior golfers. Can you just tell us what inspired you to start a tournament, for the juniors that was so young in your career?
It was always my idea to kind of give back to the game, which has given me so much. And I felt like if I want to grow the game, you have to start at the grassroots level, and that is our juniors. Kids need more competition, and I felt like if I can contribute in any which way. And we started it just around that COVID year. The first event we had was December of 2020,
Yeah.
and that year not many events were happening, not only on the junior and the amateur circuits, but even for us professionals. There was quite a lull, especially in India. There were no tournaments in India and Asia. So I felt like if anything can be done where kids have an opportunity to compete and play. And since I was there as well, so we held our first event in Chandigarh, where I
And how
gave
did it feel? All the kids coming up to you,
it was great.
photographs?
It was great. I gave us a short clinic, and it was great to just answer all the questions that the parents had, and the kids asking, and kids were from ages of 5, 6, 7 to 15, 16, 17. So it was quite nice to see the enthusiasm that they have, and I could see how they all want to do really well, and they just had a range of questions, starting from who have you played with. There were 5-year-olds who were very happy that I played with Rory, or in the same fields as Tiger and stuff
Correct.
like that. And there were more technical questions, but it was really heartening to see the support that the event got, and they all came out. And I invited a few of the winners to Dubai, and they watched the Dubai Desert Classic. So it was a wholesome experience. It was really nice, and I'm happy that I could give back in a small way.
Oh, that's just incredible. We've seen Shubhankar, the champion, on the greens. What's he like off the greens?
I am actually quite different off the course. For the people who don't know me, I come across as a very serious person, and that was my image even when I was a teenager, or 20, 21, 22. I feel like just golf forces you to kind of go inward and think. On the golf course, it's you go through a lot of things, and you're always making calculations in your head and thinking about the next hole. Off the course, I'm quite opposite. I like to just spend a lot of time with my friends, and now that I don't see them often, especially this week gives me an opportunity because I'm seeing all my friends. So even after my practice, I was hanging out on the range, talking to people, hearing the different stories. So I would say I'm very fun-loving, and I don't miss any opportunity that I get to get any gossip that's happening back home. So yeah, I'm quite different to how I have to
You're
be on the golf
perceived
course.
on the golf
Perceived and
course.
how I have to be on the course because it's a serious
Correct.
sport. So you gotta put up a poker face.
Uh, Corporate golf. What do you think are the biggest hits and misses when it comes to corporate golf in our country?
I think, like anything in life, that can be improved as well. We can definitely have more support now that we have more players playing on the Asian tours and the higher tours in Europe, and obviously Anirban, who has played for so long in America, now has gone to live. But we have so many of these great players who have done so well, and the younger generations are coming up. Now is the time that we need more support, and I would say the support has been there. Obviously, Hero's been supporting this tournament for a long time, but companies like Take Solutions and Tata, who's our major sponsor for the PGTI, there are companies who are coming forward, but I feel like golf still needs more support, and we need more infrastructure. The IGU needs more support. If we want to see more players on the international stage, we need to provide the proper infrastructure that will help them in playing and going in playing internationally at a very young age, so that they are ready for it when they play professionally.
The India Today group, through BT Golf, is trying to do its bit as a media channel. Uh, what is your personal take on how BT Golf has been in the support of golf in the country? They had pro-ams earlier, now we have corporate golf events. So what would you like to say about BT Golf?
I think it's great. I think it's great, and we need more and more news channels to come up and support golf in that way. And we need more coverage because golf is truly a global sport. It's a very very big sport that all the countries in the world play golf, and obviously America has the biggest golf tour in the world, and America is a superpower. America doesn't play cricket, but it plays golf. So golf is huge, and I want to thank uh, BT Golf and India Today Group for doing what they are doing and for supporting golf and covering a tournament like the Indian Open. I feel we need more support in that way for sure, for people to know that we have great players like Aditi that we mentioned, and Anirban and Jeev, who's the actual
Legend.
godfather of Indian golf. So yeah, thank you for that.
And finally, what's your message or your one golf tip to all those playing at BT Golf?
Uh, there are too many tips that I can give, but I just say those events like this, are just full of fun, and I just hope that everyone has fun in playing. I know the competitive side of playing tournaments, and it can get very competitive, but all the corporate events is all about, at the end of the day, golf is a game, so you want to enjoy it as much as possible. I think it's the best way to enjoy with your friends. I don't think any other sport gives you that, playing the feeling of playing 18 holes and enjoying. So just enjoy yourselves. I think that's my best advice that I'll give.
Well, thank you so much, Shubhankar, for speaking to BT Golf. Thank you. Thank you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.